Hello my Delhiite, this is Chef Gaurav from my Delhi, and today we are going to cook this amazing butter chicken. Chalo, let's start cooking. To start off with, we are going to marinate the chicken for the butter chicken. So this is one breast of chicken which I have diced small because it's for home cooking. See, 250 grams of chicken. A good chicken breast which cooks faster. I will put a tablespoon of oil into it. Very simple. Little bit of paprika. Say 1 teaspoon of paprika. Then I add 1 teaspoon of turmeric. 2 taste salt. It's up to you. And then I add some fenugreek, kasuri methi. I'm going to mix it up. We are trying to marinate the chicken now. The chicken is getting marinated. We have to leave it for 2 hours to marinate. You can do it in the morning before going to work, and when you come back in the evening, you can cook your butter chicken. So that's the chicken marinated. You can see the color. It's a bit orangish. Very simple. I have not put too many ingredients and complicated it because the rest of the ingredients will go in the sauce. So that's ready. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. So now we are going to boil some water. We are going to blanch the tomatoes for the sauce because we are trying to make it into a simple recipe. So we have to approach it so the authenticity is not diluted in any way. So good amount of water. I've taken a wider pan. You can take a small pan. I've just put a pinch of salt into it so that it will boil faster. That's it. By the time the water is boiling, we need to take these tomatoes. So basically we are trying to blanch it, as they say in Western cooking. So we're going to slit them. So I'm going to de-skin them. Something like this. Be careful. I'm professional. If you're not a professional, you can put it on a chopping board and cut it. So now I'm going to take off the stock out of it because this is something that doesn't cook. Basically, I'm trying to pre-cook the tomatoes before they go into sauce. So hold your knife. If you're not comfortable with it, you can put it on a chopping board, whichever way you are comfortable. It's not a must. You can avoid it if you don't want to do it. I'm just trying to do it because I'm, expert in doing it. In the course of the recipe, I will tell you few steps which you can avoid it, isn't it? But I'm just trying to do it. So they're optional steps. It will make the product better, nothing else. The water is boiling now. I'm going to put the tomatoes into it. Don't want them to cook actually, that I don't just want them the skin to go off, So I'm just blanching them up just to take off the skin because the skin takes the longest to cook. You can see here it started to skim off. So it's almost ready. See, skinning off. So it's done. So reason why I'm removing the skin is because it impart a bad flavor to the curry, and plus it takes longer to cook as well. And it's a nut-free version. People do it with cashew nuts. We are doing a nut-free version. So it's very important the tomatoes are on a different level, on a different texture. They put them into cold water. This will help the skin to come out. So basically now you can see. So automatically it's coming out. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to peel off the skin. Peeling off like anything, like you're peeling an orange. So this is the most important step. Now we're going to make a puree. Generally what people do, they boil the tomatoes with all things in it, and then it has been, and then it has been cooled down, blended and strained. To keep it simple, to do it in half an hour cooking, almost half an hour cooking, what I've done, I've taken these tomatoes, I'm putting 5 cloves of garlic into it, I'm putting 2 inches of ginger, So you can use honey for that, I'm using sugar. So because they are fresh tomato, ripe tomatoes, approximately 2.5 spoons of sugar. And now we add salt to taste. Now that is the most trickiest thing on earth, salt to taste. What I've done, I've added a teaspoon of salt, that's my taste, and that's a tested recipe. Now we are going to add paprika to it. Actually in India we use Kashmiri chili powder, but here just because it's tough to sauce, I'm using paprika because I don't use any food colors. So we don't use any food colors in my Delhi. So we are trying to make it, how we do it. So generous spoons of 2 generous spoons of paprika. We're going to put some whole spices into it. So basically, say 2 inches of cinnamon stick. This is called mace, So 2 mace, and then I'm adding 5 to 6 cardamom into it. If you don't want to do it, what you can do, you can add ready-made garam masala you can buy on the shelves of the supermarkets. So that will do the same purpose. Now again, an optional ingredient, green chilies. So because our butter chicken is called butter chicken 1950s, so it comes from India. It is authentically done with green chilies. It's up to you if you want to feed your kids, you want to eat it non-spicy butter chicken, you can avoid it. There's no chili yet and no complex ingredient going into this curry. So now we're going to pour a cup of water. And all of this is going to go in the blender and we're going to blend it to make the sauce. Alright, now the chicken is marinated, the sauce is blended, let's go on and cook the dish. So I take the pan, it's hot, I put 4 tablespoons of oil, generous oil, because we have to fry the chicken. Authentically, this chicken is cooked in tandoor, but because you have to cook at home, either you can fry it in the pan or you can cook it into the oven. You will be surprised and you will be thinking, you have seen a lot of recipes where they put yogurt and ginger garlic. Why Gaurav has not done that? Because both of them has a tendency to stick to pan. So basically the flavor doesn't char into the pan or char on the baking tray and doesn't impart flavor. So we kept it simple, yet we have to try to infuse flavor into the chicken. The chicken is, we have enough flavors to give it into a butter chicken or the chicken tikka effect to it. The oil is hot, the chicken goes in, and you can hear the sizzle. And when you will be cooking, the aroma will be going in your nose. The aroma for the chicken, the aroma for the kasuri, methi, the fenugreek, it will just be so very good. So now the chicken is half cooked. I'm not going to cook it a lot. I'm going to take it out. Leave it for further when I have to add it. I'm not going to clean the pan. There's some oil in the pan. I'm not going to clean the ladle because that's where the flavor is coming. I'm going to add 1.5 spoon of oil into it, just to scrap off everything from it. These are flavor imparters. They are the real secret for a good butter chicken, Basically now we have pureed the tomatoes, the one which I showed you before. So that's ready. We have pureed it very fine so that there's no skin or anything of ginger or roots of ginger, nothing in it. It's clear, smooth thing. And now I'm going to pour it on this hot oil. So it's just cooking. It will take about 20 minutes to cook. So if you look at the sauce now, it has been reduced drastically from where it was. It has, you judge to sauce is cooked, it lose oil. Because I didn't put too much oil into it because I have to finish with butter. I'm not putting too much oil into it, but I'm measuring it by its consistency. Look at where the sauce was and where it is now. It's a thick paste, like tomato paste. If you look at the consistency, it's thick tomato paste. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the chicken into it, with all the juices and the water in it. That will impart the real flavor. Authentically, traditionally, the chicken is always half cooked when it goes into the gravy and finished it off in the sauce. So the juices comes out of the chicken and goes into the sauce and make it heavenly. So now it's cooking. It will not take long now from here. Your chicken goes in because chicken breast, small dice, that's why I cut them small so they cook faster. With chicken breast you need to be extra careful. You don't need to overcook it, otherwise it becomes dry. So just I will suggest a couple of minutes, so 4 to 5 minutes, say it should be ready. You will be wondering, it's called butter chicken, but where's the butter? You have to keep the best for the last, they say. So now the chicken is cooked. You're going to put the butter into it. Approximately 50 grams of butter will go into it. A lot of butter, there is butter chicken. So don't be miser when you put butter into butter chicken. It's one of recipe. Go to your trade mills, run out faster, but enjoy your butter chicken. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add half a cup of double cream into it, fresh double cream into it. Keep on looking into it, change the color. Take every bit of it. We have to buy it. As they say in India, never waste anything. So now look at it. Look at it. From a dark blood red, it's becoming orange. That's what makes it a butter chicken. Nice saucy. You can eat with rice. You can buy naan or from a supermarket, a garlic coriander naan. Or the best thing is you come to my deli and eat it. But if you can't, try this. Look at the shine of the curry. So I'm going to take this most important ingredient of this curry, kasuri methi. We call it dried fenugreek. You can buy it from any supermarket. take a good handful of that. Okay, put in your palm. Okay, with the other hand, just rub it. See, that's it. No garam masala, no coriander, no ginger, no XYZ. So the dish is ready now to dish out. Let's dish out butter chicken. More than enough for two, enough sauce. If you like butter chicken to be a little bit dry, you can dry the sauce. I like it more saucy. That's how I like my butter chicken to be. So the fabulous butter chicken is ready to eat now. I'm going to finish it off with bare minimum garnishing. So I'm going to put some butter on top and swirl in some cream. Here we are, our butter chicken is ready to dig in and eat and enjoy. Really very good.